Grizzly Park is a bear horror movie. The movie is about a group of people who are all criminals and they have done some crime recently and they're now doing community service in this park by cleaning it up to serve their time. Well, the park ranger is constantly warning them throughout the whole movie to obey his rules and you'll survive. And everything's going hunky dory until two of them decide to split off. And then just from there, things kind of turn up. And the movie is just kind of honestly them just communicating and talking about what they've done to get there. And it's not until the very end that you actually get the grizzly bear action. So yeah, the movie takes a while to get good, at least to get into. And they're in the beginning, for some random reason, there's a serial killer that hijacks their bus and brings these people here. Have no idea what that was about because that guy instantly gets killed. I'm sorry, spoilers, oops. And that's about the movie, honestly. And then at the very end, bear. So, my review to Grizzly Park. Well, I definitely went into this movie thinking it was actually going to be a good movie, kind of based on the back of the DVD. It looked interesting and it read interesting. Well, unfortunately, the movie wasn't good. It wasn't really good, really at all, besides like the very end when the bear starts attacking and the guy gets his leg caught in the trap, the wolf trap. Yeah, besides that, honestly, besides the practical effects, which weren't that good but kind of good in parts, there wasn't really nothing to this movie. It was just a bad movie. I don't know if it was on purpose, because kind of near the end it felt like it was on purpose, but nonetheless, it wasn't interesting. The acting wasn't good. The practical effects were okay, but in the end, you could definitely tell it was like a bear suit. They switched between like a bear suit dude and a real grizzly bear, or a real bear, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm very surprised that the one ranger dude worked with a bear. I don't know if that was real or not, but that's crazy because, you know, bears are unpredictable. But yeah, just it wasn't really that good. I mean, some of the stuff near the end, like I said, was kind of good, but mixed feelings. Like, this movie is definitely just not good. But when I was thinking about would I recommend it or not, I'm kind of conflicted. So, but nonetheless, acting was ass. Definitely not good acting. The story was kind of bad. The story and writing wasn't good at all, especially in the very end when the one girl survives, which I did kind of like her being like the little clueless girl. Then she was kind of the scumbag in the end, but then they just take it a little too far with her character. And then to find out it was actually the ranger was friends with the bear, and maybe it was all planned. I think that's what they were insinuating, that he planned all this by taking these criminals there. Because, like, these were bad people. The one thing this movie did good was, like, the backstories to all these people. Like, even though they only got misdemeanors, they did horrendous crimes. These were just bad people. And the only part I actually really liked, besides, like, a couple parts in the end, was the one part when the one dude's just going off about how much he hates old people. It really did seem like he despised old people. That was just kind of funny. Like, why'd they go so hard on old people right there? Like true hate for old people. It was kind of funny. Like, you'll know what I'm talking about when you get there. But yeah, just all in all, not a good movie, unfortunately. So my recommendation for Grizzly Park, and this was a mess. Honestly, Nothing really worked about this movie besides some practical effects, really. Besides that, and usually practical effects in me are like, we're like tight, but in this movie, they were like comical practical effects, like when dude gets his head smashed off, like that just looked horrible. But then like the part where her intestines, when she got ripped in half, the one girl, and you seen her intestines, that was pretty good. Mixed feelings even about the practical effects, but nonetheless, I think this is going to be, in a long time, guys, a not recommended. I haven't had a not recommended in a long time, and I'm just gonna have, it's either kind of recommended, no. I would just not recommend this, even if it had a couple good spots in it. It's just not a good movie. Honestly, it's not interesting. It wasn't. It was kind of fun for me, but I'm like a horror junkie, so I eat this shit up for breakfast. And like in regular person, I would just never recommend this to somebody.